Today I'm about theme development in WordPress. If you've ever wanted to take a HTML page that you've already created, along with its styling and its scripts, and then put it into WordPress, today I'm going to show you how. Okay, let's get started. We can begin by starting to download WordPress. So, in the interest of time, I've already done that. So I've downloaded WordPress. Okay. So then we can start by going into our WordPress. Okay, so we go there. Okay, so we see there's a number of files. Okay, that's good. So now the first thing we need to do once we've downloaded WordPress is we need to set up our database. So what I'll do is I'll go into phpMyAdmin or whatever tool you use. So then I'll go here and we go create our database. Tutorail DB. Okay, and we create the database. Okay, database has been created. So now we can close here. And then, okay, then now what we can do is we can go into the WordPress folder. Okay, so now let's open the folder in our text editor. And I'll see there's a file called wp-config sample.php. Now, what this essentially does, it gives basic settings for your WordPress installation. So now we're going to need our database name. So we named ours Tutorail DB. Okay. And we need our username. I'm going to use root because this is a local server, so that we don't have to worry about that. We can go like so. Localhost is fine. Okay, now you'll see here authentication, unique keys, and salts. This is for authentication. It's for security purposes. So you go here, and then you can help you generate the keys automatically. So you go to that URL that's in the file. Just copy paste that code. Let me just paste it in there. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to actually rename this file to not be sample anymore, just wp-config.php. Save that. Okay. Now, on our server, we want to create a directory. Tutorial wp. Okay. And let's upload that. Okay, now once that is done, we can go to a browser. We can navigate to where we uploaded. Okay, now we have the installation screen. We can start by putting in our site title. So I'm going to call this tutorial website. Okay, my username, I'll be admin. It can be whatever you want. Admin is probably not the best, but again, because it's a local server, it doesn't matter. Okay, then the password, we're just going to use a very basic password. Doesn't matter, and then we can put in an email address. And then we don't allow search engines. It doesn't really matter again because it's a local host, but I'm just gonna deselect that. Okay, and then wait for it to install. Okay, so now we've logged in. Now what's this done is it automatically created all the tables that we need in the database. So we can go into there, we can go admin, and then we can log in with our login details. Okay. So now once we're in, WordPress is installed. We can actually have a look. We can go to Appearance and Themes. You can see WordPress comes with 3 pre-installed themes, but now we want to actually replace this with our own theme. Okay. Now I've created a very basic website, very basic, and now I've made this website in HTML, and I would like to actually integrate it into a WordPress as a theme. Now how I would want to do that is we want to actually create a custom theme, WP content themes, and we create a new folder. Okay, then rename this whatever we want. Okay, so that's fine. So then what we're going to need is for your theme to actually run, you need, for the very basics, you need 2 files. First of all, we need a style.css file. Okay. And then we also need a index.php file. So these are the very basics of our site. Okay. So then let's open this in a text editor. Okay. So now we have these two files. Now in the style.css what we need to do is we need to give some information about our theme so that WordPress can actually recognize it and use it. So what we do, we go to the site here, we go to codex.wordpress.org/theme development. Now this is a very good starting point. It essentially gives you all the basics on how to build your theme, and essentially what you need and how exactly you go about it. And it will go through a bit more information than this tutorial will go through. Okay, so first we can take this code here. Now it's just a comment that actually we can use, that WordPress can read, and then it actually gives information about your theme. So first we can give it a name, so we can name it tutorial test or tutorial theme. You can give it whatever name. Theme URI, it's a unique identifier for your theme. So we can just go there. We can give this whatever URI we want. So we can go local/tutorial. It doesn't really matter. It's more of if you want to put it on the store or sell it or whatever. So the author would be me. And then the URI would be, okay, obviously it's not a real URI, but we can just, and then this is just for a tutorial. Okay, that doesn't really matter. These tags, we don't really need any tags, so we can take those out. We can put in, yeah, there's a few allowed tags. You would actually have to have a look at what tags you can actually use. Text domain, let's go tutorial theme. Okay, so now we have our basics. So let's go ahead and upload our theme. Upload. Okay. So now we can go into our WordPress installation and refresh the themes page. Okay, there we go. Our theme is now there. Now we can activate it. Okay, our theme is now active. Now what you can actually do is you can actually delete these default themes. But if you want to keep them, they're built quite well and you can actually just reference them as you see fit. But I like to delete them in the interest of cleanliness. Okay, so now those themes are now gone. Just refresh this page. And you see we only have one theme. Okay, and what you can do is also in your style, you can create a screenshot.png, and then this will actually replace this image here, but we're not going to actually need that for now. Okay, so now how do we actually put our theme, our HTML files into the theme? So what we'll do is we can actually go here, take our template, and we copy our CSS files and our JavaScript files. So copy those in. Now we're not going to copy over the HTML file because we're going to actually copy paste things in there. So what I'll do is I'll put over here is my original HTML and here's my index.php. So now what we want to try and do is we want to try and split things up for code reuse. Use the code. So like for example all this here, the navigation, the body, the header, and that is all going to be on every page, and so is the footer. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually create a header.php file. Okay, and inside the header.php file we can actually copy over all this that we want to repeat, in the header.php file. Then we can create a footer.php file. And we can actually copy and paste all the footer information. So now here we actually have the header and footer separated into separate files. So now in the index.php file we want to actually have access to our header files. So we can use this instruction called get header and then actually put that in there and get footer. So now those are in there. Okay, so if we upload this now, let's just upload everything in here, upload, done. Okay, so now we can actually go and view our site. There we can actually see the header information and all the footer information is there, all the markup. But you can see there's one problem here. Our style sheet is not included as well. Okay, so the problem is, if we look here in the header.php file, we're actually using a local reference for the scripts and the link. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to actually include these. Now we need to do this in the correct way, because we can't just, it's not ideal to use an absolute path, obviously, because every time you want to move your theme, it's going to have a problem. So what we need to do is we need to actually tell WordPress where we want to insert the code and the style sheet. So what we do is we can make a PHP cat tag. Inside there we're going to put the code WP head. Okay, and then what we're going to do in the footer is we're going to do something similar. Just before the closing body tag, we're going to go PHP WP footer. Okay, now this just is because sometimes you want to put scripts at the footer as well. So this essentially just does WordPress. Okay, so now we have our WP head. Now we need to actually enqueue the scripts and the style sheets. So what we need to do is we need to create a functions.php file. Now essentially a functions.php file is essentially all PHP functions that your theme needs. So let's go ahead and create that now. So we can go functions.php. Okay, so now we make it PHP. Okay, now we need to actually get the code on how to enqueue our code. So what we do is we can go to the codex again, codex.wordpress.org /function reference /enqueue script. Okay, now if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see there's a code snippet here that says the proper way to enqueue scripts and styles. So we can just copy paste that. Okay, so just copy paste that into our functions.php file, and then essentially what happens is all the things that are included in this will be included in either the head or the footer, depending on what you specify. So now we want to put our style name here, so we're going to call it main style. Okay, this is just to differentiate them between one another. This also prevents things from being included multiple times. So try and use a unique name. So you can use getStyleSheet.uri, but our style sheet is not actually in that directory. So we're going to use this get template directory URI. So this essentially gets our template directory. So we go there, we append it, or not append it, concatenate the strings of. So we're going to go /CSS, and then our file is called style.css. Style.css. Okay, I'm just going to comment out quickly this here, and then let's upload. Okay, let's just refresh here. Okay, let's upload.